Okay, in the second objective, we are now going to look at velocity time graph. And we are also going to compute for the slope. In the first objective, ang tinignan natin is position time graph and kumuha din tayo ng slope. Pero ang na-compute natin doon is velocity, right? But here, if you get the slope of the velocity time graph, ang makukuha mo is acceleration. So just like the position time graph, time is on the x-axis and you can see the velocity values along the y-axis. Now, if your graph look like this, what do you think this means? It means na the object or the person was traveling at the same velocity, at the same speed. So constant velocity ang motion niya. The slope is 0 because it's flat. If there are no change in velocity, that means there is no acceleration. So your acceleration will be 0. So if you have a graph that look like this, so throughout time, nag-increase yung iyong, right? It's increasing. Nag-increase yung iyong velocity values. So the increase is a positive 1. The slope is positive. Your acceleration here would be positive as well. Now here is, if your graph look like this, the slope is negative. As time is passing or going on, the velocity values are decreasing. That means your acceleration is, you're having a negative change. Your acceleration is negative, or that's deceleration. Okay, so now we have um, right off a bat a motion diagram with 3 different segments. And then again, let's first just analyze this so we know what we're going to do. So we have a game plan. It seems like my intervals are, I guess, divided by 1. And then my unit for time is in seconds. And my velocity unit is kilometer per hour. Sige, I have 3 segments, A, B, and C. If I look at segment A, I started at 0 velocity. That means I was at rest during the beginning. And then I am gaining speed here until I reach a speed of 40 kilometer per hour. That is at 4 seconds. And then segment B na tayo, nag-iba na yung slope. That is from 4 seconds until 10 seconds. I was traveling at 40, and then I reach, what's this? 50, 60, 70, and 80. 80 kilometer per hour. That's segment B. And then from that 10 to, okay, 16, 17, 18. Here, from 10 seconds to 18 seconds, I was traveling at a constant speed of 80 kilometer per hour. So if I solve for, before I do it, where am I fastest in this particular graph? Which segment was I fastest? Or the change of, or my change in speed? Where did I change rapidly and more rapidly? And then where did I change my speed more slowly? So I guess my acceleration would be the greatest here at point A. If I look at the graph, it's steeper than point B. Point B is a little bit flatter. Like the slope, rather, is a little bit flatter or a little bit more gentler. At segment C, it's horizontal, it's flat. So I know that my acceleration here is 0. Okay, let's take a look at the acceleration at segment A. My formula for acceleration is change in velocity over change in time. So how much did my velocity change over 4 seconds at segment A? So I went from 0 to 40 kph. So that's going to be 40 divided by 4. And that's 10 kilometer per hour per second, or kilometer per hour second. That's fine. The same. The next is segment B. I also compute for the acceleration. I already show it, but that's 80, and then this is 40. So that's a difference of, yes, 40. And then that happened for in a duration of 6 seconds from 4 to 10. So this is what you see here. My acceleration is 6.6667 kilometer per hour. So again, we deduce it correctly. Mas mabilis nagbago yung speed niya at segment A kaysa sa pagbabago ng speed sa segment B. Segment C, we know that the answer is 0. It happened over 8 seconds, like this. Okay, so that's the first example. Second example, we have a graph that looks like this. Again, let's interpret the graph first. We have 4 segments here, A, B, C, D, C, and D. And our time is in terms of seconds. Now my velocity here is different. It's in terms of meter per second. At first, the object was moving at the same speed, di ba? Hanggang marating niya yung, let's just say, 5 seconds. Although, just for the sake of simplicity, let's just say that it was moving at a constant speed of 4 meter per second for 5 seconds, and then it gained speed. Nag-accelerate siya for 2 seconds hanggang marating niya yung speed na 6 seconds. But then, from 7 seconds hanggang 12 seconds, that's a total of 5 seconds, nag-speed down naman siya. Nag-slow down, rather, naman siya. So, that's a deceleration from 6 to 2, from 6 meter per second to 2 meter per second. And again, speeding up from 12 to 16 seconds. So, which one has the steepest slope? Saang segment nangyari yung pinaka-rapid change in speed? I guess it's segment B. And I think the second, I would get a large second biggest acceleration would be followed by D. Here, I would get a negative acceleration at C. And it might also be the lowest value. Sige, let's solve it at segment A. But then again, I already know that the answer is 0 kasi wala siyang slope, di ba? It happened over 5 seconds. At segment B, the change is from 4 to 6. So that's a difference of 2. And that also happened for 2 seconds. So that's going to be 2 divide 2, di ba? Oh, by the way, my unit is going to be meter per second squared or meter per second per second. At segment C, that's a change from 6 meter per second to 2 meter per second. That's 4, a difference of 4. And then that happened from 7 to 12 seconds. So that's a difference of 5 seconds. And it's a negative value. Acceleration is negative 0.8 meter per second squared. And finally, at segment D, my acceleration is I increased in speed from 2 meter per second hanggang 4. So that's a difference of 2. That happened from 12 to 16 seconds. So that's 4 seconds in total. 2 divide 4, that's going to be 0.5 meter per second squared. Oh, did we get the correct guess? Let's check. Point B is 1 meter per second squared acceleration. Point C is 0.8. And point d is 0.5. Oh, I guess we were wrong. Second greatest acceleration is at point C. Okay, so that's how you get the acceleration from the slope of the velocity time graph.